In a world of limitless opportunities and countless challenges, the choices we make manifest themselves into the very roads that guide us. And the tribulations and triumphs that shape, weather, and bind these paths together are the very essence of what makes the world such a beautifully strange place. But we walk our path with no map, in search of answers that nobody has, simply hoping that we don't get lost along the way. So maybe just sharing our story of where we come from and the things that have guided us along the way can be enough to guide those lost in their own path.
I'm Zach Bonanza, and this is the Lost Guidance Podcast. What's up?
How we doing?
How's it going, buddy? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Season 1 finale, Episode 20 of the Lost Guidance Podcast. As you know, I'm Zach Bonanza, and I'm joined today by my good buddy, Nick Gianotti. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
So, we're coming off a pretty freaking scorching weekend.
Are we ever, man? It was brutal.
It was probably the most brutal one yet.
I'm just saying, it was...
For upstate New York weather, that's as swampy, muggy, nasty as it gets.
I don't usually drink a lot of water on the weekends, and I drank quite a few bottles.
Well, because hot dogs, it's in the juices. You got the juices, you know?
That's more. Yeah.
The Peter Griffin. So kind of an interesting weekend for you, huh? You did that Mud Fest, Trucks Gone Wild.
Yeah, I got... Yeah.
Explain that. Anybody doesn't know what it is.
It's pretty much the craziest place you'll ever go.
It's in like
area.
Poland, New York,
It's in
right?
Poland, yeah. It's
middle of nowhere, to little town.
It's basically you pay $80 for no laws for 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Wow.
But we were stuck.
How tantalizing.
It rained. It's $80 for it's pretty cool. But I mean,
it rained the whole time, you said?
No, it rained for 20 minutes Friday or Saturday night.
That's it.
But when we got out of the Jeep, it was absolutely. It was a shit show.
Yeah.
There was people just ripping up the normal trails, like, just to get out of
So
there.
it's like a big area with trails all around it, and then there's mud pits in the middle, watering down for
But then now,
mud in.
because we got all that rain, it wasn't even all that rain, but because we got that rain, we couldn't get out. You know, it made the trails to get out, ruts were
too big.
Feet deep.
Too big for most vehicles.
So we're sitting there. We woke up about 8 in the morning, probably somewhere around there. And there's people in monster trucks trying to get out, getting stuck.
Wow.
I drove like just stock Chevy.
And you could drive, pretty much, they let anybody drive anything with 4 wheels there, right?
Anything with 4 wheels.
Wow.
Or 3 wheels. Just no dirt bikes.
Yeah. Probably makes sense. You lay it down.
I mean, you see
run over.
lawnmowers, tractors. There were snowmobiles last year.
So people really come out for it.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling all stops.
Yeah. They had a buck cherry Saturday night.
How was that?
I didn't make it because I got all muddy and stuff. And
I saw that. You were
I had a couple
muddy.
of select people that helped me clean myself with bottles of water and baby wipes. And
So there's no showers or nothing?
There is, but they're $15. And,
Whoa. Yeah,
Twitch,
these people are making
Alex Nowiaski, he got a little too muddy, and they wouldn't let him in the showers. He was so muddy, and that's about where I was. So
He was so muddy they wouldn't let him shower.
yeah, he launched it just into a mud pit, and it was.
He
that,
just dove?
It was that, no, it was 4-wheeler.
Oh.
Yeah, he had Kiera on the back. There's
you
pictures of that on Facebook.
You brought your little 4-wheeler?
No, I left that.
Oh,
I left that.
You would have totaled that.
No, I brought the 450, and I pretty much broke that one too.
You bought a 450?
Yeah, I bought a 450.
When?
I don't think I told you. Yeah.
No.
Sunday.
Really?
Last Sunday I bought one for this past weekend.
What kind?
Honda.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. You're nuts.
So I couldn't help it.
It worked. It's still running though? You got it out of there?
It'll run.
It'll run.
I broke the kickstart off, and
Wow.
it just got. It broke as soon as I got there. So I was carrying it around in my boot the whole weekend.
Okay.
You know,
Interesting. Never gonna lose it.
It goes on splines, so it's just like spline on there, and so I'd kick it over, take it off. I was wearing big muck boots, you know.
Yeah.
I did drop it a couple times, but that ain't that bad.
Nice. You still got it? That's awesome. So, basically what I wanted to do today is kind of wrap up and go over, some of the lessons, some of the things I've learned from the guests I've had on, and just this kind of whole journey. It's kind of been freaking crazy. And you're one of my boys. For any of you who don't know that, Nick's a good friend of mine. We've been growing up for probably since I was like 8 years old.
Many years. Yeah, I remember you were just a tyke flipping 4-wheelers in the
yeah,
woods.
rolling down hills. My granddad's 4-wheeler. He's looking down proud knowing that. He never knew that.
No, now he does.
But yeah, like I was saying, this kind of what this journey's taught me and the people who I've come across. And, I think now more than ever, maybe kind of harp on the motto of we all need to be good to ourselves and good to others. But, just thinking back, let me see if I can start from the beginning and move my way forward. So we started with Matt. You know Matt Lewis, and a lot of people, hundreds of people watched this story and told me how much they enjoyed hearing about it because, it really shows you what passion, determination, and like a driven mindset can do more than your body wants to. You know,
that kid, he's got a great story.
Yeah, and he's still out there ripping it up on his little pitter here and there. He's got his own little track in his backyard. And that just kind of, really solidifies this idea. What a great striking note.
Oh, yeah. You could be down and out. You could be anywhere, but as long as you make it back.
Yeah. And to kick off the season, that was so awesome to have everybody enjoy his story and really, even I got out of it more than I thought I would, But
I definitely learned some things. And, I've known Matt for a long time. But,
right.
It's pretty interesting.
It's when you get that interview style kind of dialect that people really get to go into the depths of your backstory. Even your friends might not know those kind of subtle little details and discrepancies and stuff. And then you're like, when you're really on the train of thought and that's all you're, getting through,
firing right
you really recall it. Yeah. But that was really awesome to kind of kick off the season that way on a good note. And then next day, Kevin, another good friend of ours.
Kevin,
and people always say, like, do you just have like your friends on a talk? No, but my friends have interesting stories that I think relate to one another, and I think there's kind of uniformity. There's these unanimous and like universal things amongst us, like that we all share: determination, hard work, and just seeing different aspects of it and different avenues that people have taken. That's really the highlight of the storytelling, Yeah. But Kevin,
Kevin, yeah, he's another one, man. He's another one that's had it real rough.
Yeah,
even back when we were young. I remember his father actually shared a hospital room with my grandfather.
Wow.
I think that's just weird how that happened. And me and Kevin, we used to walk home together in 6th grade.
Wow.
I think it was something like that. And one day I was talking about it, and the people next door said, "Oh, you're walking home with a Kevin? We have a son named Kevin." And I was like, "This is Kevin Gaffney." They were like, "That's my son." Like we're like 11 or 12 years old, walking 2 miles home from, but it's a quiet. Who could?
Yeah, I know. Back then,
nobody does anything.
Yeah.
But it was just like funny how it happened.
Yeah, small world.
Yeah,
especially in a small town like that.
Yeah.
But his story of kind of becoming a lineman and
that's
talked about losing his father in episode 2 and stuff, and just again it kind of really solidifies these different stories and underlying themes behind them of like don't quit and just put your mind to it and work hard, and as long as you set a goal you'll achieve it. And you want to be a lineman, he opened up he went on a website or something, he said, and
he's just
first thing he's like, what makes the most money? Lineman. All right, I'm gonna go do that.
Might as well.
Yep.
That's the way Kevin is, though.
Yeah, I know.
He sees something, he wants something done, he'll do it.
Absolutely.
He puts his mind to it, that kid gets it done.
I know, and there's no deterring him, which is awesome, and it's a good attitude. Some people, you got to walk the balance with that. Some things can be obsessive. You're walking the tightrope. You don't want to get too far into it, and then you spend every waking moment of every day doing something. Not that Kevin does that, I'm just saying.
Well, no,
when it comes to really involvement of things and really putting your mind to something.
Yeah, well, he had to put every minute and every day.
Yeah.
When he first started.
Right, but
we didn't see him for how long?
Months, yeah.
But hey, look at him now.
Yeah,
he's
for sure.
For himself. I'm so proud of
That's exactly it. And I think
for sure
anybody who puts in that long career and those initial steps that are really kind of gruesome and difficult, you get to the point in the middle or late ground where you're like, all right, now I can kind of settle back into home life, do the things I need to do. He invested in property in the area, and it kind of makes you, reattaches your roots to where they once were.
Yeah, for sure. Anything you can do to make money.
Yeah. So that's episode 2. Episode 3, what was it? Jimmy Wilson. You met.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you met Jimmy. Jimmy's a character.
I like that guy, man. He's fun.
He's living down in. Jimmy just talked about his love of science, and really, I say to this day, we always joke about it. That's the one episode that really we caught off on such a tangent. It was supposed to be about his love of science and our mutual enjoyment of it, and he's just talking about wanting to cut his fingers off because he's so drunk at a party in Ohio.
I don't know this
college.
kid, so he's not like a friend. He's an ex-coworker, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that guy just goes back to that. But the time I met that kid, he wow.
Yeah,
the things he does, like for life, like for his job or even just like after work,
Yeah.
he goes all out no matter what he does.
We'll just say, yeah, he's down in the city doing
Yeah.
cancer research. So like, good
So,
for him.
Like, I mean, for someone to go through that much schooling and put that much effort into something,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
But kind of like what I was talking about, he is one of the people who's able to walk the tightrope. He went to Ohio State, big college, had a good party time, but still got his degree, got a good job, couple good jobs that led to an even better job where he's doing well now.
Crazy thing, yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's talking about the stories of having to go like underground and wear suits and handle these things, and it's like, wow. I guess. Know. Wait, I don't even know. Maybe that's disclosed information.
Yeah. I mean, that's why. Sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'll call him after this. Make sure it's cool. But yeah, so just another person who's kind of able to really put his mind to things, and it's just, as I keep saying, one of the lessons that I was seeing throughout this whole podcast experience. From I keep saying, I told myself I wasn't going to do that today.
I didn't even hear it.
I know.
I wonder if I'm doing something.
I know. But yeah, you start catching these word fillers. But when I started this experience and I said, hey, I wanted to do a podcast, that was like a couple years ago. And I thought of the name, and I talked about this in the first few episodes. And I really I wanted something that was catchy in like 2 words or like 3 syllables, something like that. Boom, boom. Kind of a conundrum of a name, and Lost Guidance just stuck. And I was like, man, that's got to be something. You ever hear something so good, like it's got to be something like
something that's already been done.
Like you hear a band name and you're like, that's such a good band name.
Yeah.
Like who thought of it?
Yeah.
Like Greta Van Fleet.
That's
It's just like a bing, bing, bing. Like, oh, that's really catchy to hear. And you know the name of that, where that comes from?
Is it something German, maybe?
No,
I have no
idea. It's
idea.
an old woman that they used to know.
Really?
Just an old woman.
Wow.
She used to.
Somebody's name, you're saying?
Yeah, it was an actual
person.
Greta Van Fleet is her name. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, where's I going with that?
I don't know, dude.
From the start of this experience, and when I knew I had a good name, and then I was like, I originally kind of conceptualized this with somebody else, and then it started to come into fruition after those people left my life, and I was able to dial in, like reach out. I began to say, I'm not afraid to do this. I'm going to reach out to these contacts. I know I knew a girl, Carly Wright.
Yep.
Great. I just started seeing her Instagram shit, and I'm like, whoa.
She killed it.
Yeah.
That's who did that too. I mean, that's
she did all these designs.
Yeah.
I mean, you repping the shirt, by the way. Thank you, Carly.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Corey Lilly, for printing it. Thanks, Dave Pasquale, for the shirts. Giving all my shout outs today. We're doing a whole recap, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in. It might be a long one.
I mean, I got none but time.
So I started getting the name, and I reached out, and I'm like kind of breaking down these walls where I'm thinking, what's it going to hurt if I reach out? Well, she's going to say no.
Yeah, whatever.
Boom. She's like, yeah, absolutely. I'll do it. I give her, a couple weeks goes by. She finishes it. I love it. Both the Lost Guidance, the main one with me on the planet drinking, and then the banner style.
You didn't keep that one?
Yeah, I did. That's like a Facebook picture. I got to make that into like stickers. I think my man Jesse Pratt over at Pratt Design is going to make me some stickers out of that. It'll be cool. So I'm like, man, she made me some awesome artwork. Now I just got to get guests. I start reaching out to people. First off, I'm thinking, yeah, Matt would be a good one because he's always talked about our love of Joe Rogan and stuff, and kind of how these, and like Chris D'Elia and all these funny guys who have podcasts that are kind of reasonably awesome to watch and listen to.
I enjoy them, for sure.
We have Matt, we have Kevin, and I'm like, all right, who else? My buddy Jimmy, he go outside the friend group. But then I started working into, let's see, who was episode 4? Oh, some of my other coworkers, but guys who have been through the ringer. John Silbreth played semi-pro football. Greg Jones, right after him, he's a coach over at West Canada High School, and he's coached them to the championship. They didn't win, but coached them there for the first time ever since like 1990 something. So these two guys, suddenly these guys have stories I've never heard before. They're older than I am, probably 40s, 50s.
Seen things, done things.
Yeah, they've been in the Utica area a lot. John worked his way up to being head coach of the Utica Yard Dogs. And it's just like, wow, you see even more of these underlying universal themes. And that's what I'm seeing is like these kind of main roots running deep between all these stories. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it just all sticks together.
Yeah, and you just, when you stop and everybody thinks that they're so different, they kind of segregate themselves. A lot of people like think, this person is so famous, or this person is so wealthy, this person is the best at this. What is it? And there's commonalities between us. It's the amount of hard work you put in, how much of a direction you want to take it. And I think that's what's kind of cool about what I've been learning so far in these episodes.
Bringing people together,
Yeah. I guess this is a good time to say,
I'm thirsty. I want a beer. What about you? You want a beer?
I could use one of those.
I'll give you one.
Oh God, now I'm on the spot trying to remember all the guests that I've had. I've had so many awesome, 20
Well,
of them.
Billy Howard, Jackie Howard.
Billy Howard and
Yeah.
Jackie Howard, of course.
They're amazing people, you know.
Yeah, just
They're amazing.
Billy.
The things that, yeah.
He's got a great story of just love life and really enjoy it, and how he worked in this field for like, what do you say, like, I can't remember. I want to say 18 or maybe 28 years, and then the guy told him, he's like, you'll never get fired. So he just does it. You know, he does. Literally, that's what he said. He goes, you'll never get fired. He's like, all right. And he does what he wants to do. And then he decides he wants to go reinvest in his grandfather's farm.
Yeah.
And he even said, he's like, I don't even know if we do anything more than break even, but I love the community of it. And wow, how inspiring is that?
Yeah. You know, as long as he's got food on the table, which, I mean, you know, raising animals and that type of thing.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
got
they've always got
chickens.
eggs. They've always got meat. You know, they're always stocked up for winter.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty cool what they do.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
got all that land.
And they just use it. Like Jackie came on and shared some of her awesome wool little figurines. She's making figurines.
And she made, I mean, I remember, she probably still makes it. I don't know. But I remember back, I think when her and Billy got married, she made a bunch of chapsticks and soaps and stuff
I was there
like
at the
that.
wedding
At
or the reception or
yeah,
whatever.
The
They had a ton of them.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I mean, I think I still have one of the tubes of chapstick from the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, geez.
And you know what? They're two people who openly state that they're well off and they have all this time and resources to use, and they do it for such a good cause.
Yeah.
And Jackie's always donating her time and her effort, and she's always, you know, trying to utilize and recycle, and those are some of the key things she wanted to harp on. And Billy, same way, you know, just appreciate your environment, what you have. They could be down in Florida, you know, retired and on the beach and soaking up the sun and just, you know, kind of enjoying their life, which
Just
nothing
relaxing,
really wrong with that if you want to do that, but
Cool. You lived your life. You put in your time. Do what you want to do.
to go that extra mile.
Yeah, go for it. But hey, that's cool that's what they like to do.
Yeah.
You know, this world needs people like that.
I know. And doesn't it seem all too often that
People do just retire and go places, and because
Yeah.
I mean that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be honest with you.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but
If I
you know,
make it.
even on the low, you can do it on, you know, little levels, I guess, you know.
I guess yeah. I
Help
mean,
it-
like kind of like how my mom and stepdad do it.
Yeah.
You know, they chill at home, but summertime they're basically living at camp.
Yeah.
Sweet for me.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, even talking about like you know, volunteering time or money or efforts or whatever, I think that's something I would probably get into when I have the time.
Yeah, if I had the time, you know, my grandmother does that. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if she still does, but she was going to the soup kitchen every Tuesday. You know.
Yeah, I've done that
That's-
twice, and that was pretty awesome. I did
yeah,
it
I
once
went
at
once.
Alfred, and I did it once in Utica.
That's it's a very humbling experience.
Oh
doing
my
that.
God, yeah.
You realize how much you have and how much other people don't. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's
like-
sobering for sure.
Yeah, that's a great word for it.
Sobering.
Yeah.
And it makes you realize that a little bit of time and effort, I don't know, it goes a long way. These
Yeah.
people are appreciative, you know.
You know?
Even not even so much of you, probably the food more, but that someone's there.
You know,
giving it to
you're putting a smile on their face.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know, I
Doing
feel
their
good even when I get to. I just take I just cleaned out so many of my old clothes and shit I don't fit into, and like,
Just
you know,
toss
you have
them in
those
that bin.
unrealistic expectations, like, yeah, one day I'm gonna fit into that.
day I'm gonna lose that weight.
Yeah, them size 30 jeans,
Nah,
baby.
You're not. You're not. Just give it to people that need it.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm
You know?
not squeezing my big butt into
yeah.
a size 30 nothing.
I just got rid of like 6 bags of like 6 big garbage bags of clothes. Like, I mean, what
That's awesome. Yeah,
am I gonna do with them?
I know. They
Throw
just-
them in the
they
thing
sit
down
at
at
the bottom of
corner,
your
you know?
drawer. Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah. You know, I think as we get older, maybe that's something that kind of takes effect. When Jackie is, you know, reached this point where she's able to do those things, and same with Billy, when we've come to this precipice where that's their option. They can do whatever they want. That's the cliff. You know, this point of like,
Okay.
we have the decision. Yeah, you're like precipice, huh?
What is that?
You're
okay,
like-
all right.
You're at this. I'll keep it PG and the word size.
I bet you. Never mind. Fuck. Go for it.
But you know, when they decided, hey, we have the time, let's do something valuable with it. That's really inspiring to me. And again, it's more of these kind of underlying roots that are running throughout this show that I love finding out and having these hour and a half, maybe 2 hour long conversations. I mean, realistically, it's been way longer because what people don't realize is when the people come in, we chat while I get set up, do sound check and all that, make sure everything's going to run good. And despite that, I still somehow have issues here and there, and which we're going to try and work on.
We'll get it.
This
figured
season
out.
one hiatus.
We'll get it.
And then when we record, we talk, and then when we're done, we talk, you know.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, here's so much I want to tell you, but I didn't want it out there." And I'm like, you know, it's awesome really getting to know people. People I've known my whole life through like school or whatever, and never really had a chance to sit down with. Ryan Flynn, Chris Micah. Went to high school with these guys. Went to college with Chris Micah at Alfred State. Didn't really have a chance to like actually stop and get to know him. It's almost a little bit of a different scenario when you're just kind of sitting.
It's much different.
Yeah, you're just in college and you're sitting next to somebody. You just walk up to them, approach them, and you say, "Hey, how's it going? Let's talk."
I never went to college, you know. So I mean,
or even high school. You're like, "Hey, we're not in the same friend group."
Nah, I mean, you wouldn't do that though in high school, really. Did you?
No,
you didn't.
Just walk up to a different person. Well, I mean, I'm a little bit of an outgoing person. Maybe I'd be like,
I mean, I would just.
Usually it's more of like a, "Hey, how's it going?" Not really like, "Hey,
what's
sit
up?"
down and talk to me for an hour.
You know, not like that.
And this kind of opens up so many different forms of dialogue. Excuse me, and like a different convention of talking. Like I said, when you have these headphones on and you're really engaged, and it's like you and I know each other our whole lives, but we're hearing each other talk. It's almost like a 3-dimensional hearing experience, and then you're also having somebody you don't know, you guys, watching from there, and it's really an engaging experience. So I don't know. It's something. I'm really happy that it's kind of opening doors for me, and I'm able to sit down with people like Ryan Flynn and learn how much his love of music has led to. Those guys jamming on Thursday night.
I missed that. Yeah.
Did you?
I wanted to just be ready for Trucks Friday. I was home sleeping.
Oh my God!
Like
you know,
8.
they were. I hope I'm not saying you know a ton. I feel like I am now. I keep thinking.
I haven't really. I don't know. You might have been.
I know. Probably. People are gonna listen to this. If I listen to it and I hate it, or whatever.
Whatever.
So our common roots, they were killing it. They had this really good like
You went?
Yeah, they had this good Sublime feel. It's like a reggae, you know, funky jamming alternative rock kind of thing. They were doing, like I said, Sublime covers. Then they had their own album, Satire Circus, that they were playing throughout the thing, and you could tell when it was kind of their originals, and they were really more at home with it. But it was just so awesome to get to know him on Sunday, have a really in-depth conversation with him, and then say, like, go there and see him and be able to say, like, man, yeah, I can see how much that story is true and your hard work you put into this and the music you created. It's really cool, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And then Chris Micah we knew him just being an entity of an outgoing, awesome, like just a high-energy person in high school and stuff, and in the drama club, and hearing his story of how that led into radio, and now he's like one of the most requested.
He's
high
ripping
school,
it up out
you know,
there.
like he's at all the proms and the
ripping it
semis.
up.
He is, dude. And he said he really clicks with that kind of era because he's got that high energy. He knows all the good music, and right down to the beats per minute, dude. Like he will tell you like how to transition songs. He's like, he goes, name a song, and I'm like, I don't know, like Cotton Eye Joe, like something you would play commonly at a wedding.
Me name one?
No, that's what I'm saying. I said to him, he just said name a song. And I said Cotton Eye Joe, and he's like, oh, that's X amount of beats per second. He goes, I would follow that with this song, and it would be preceded by this song. He's like, here's the 2 songs I'd sandwich it between, because this is this many beats per second. Yeah, he's like that good with it. What? Yeah.
I didn't know it was like. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's scientific like that. It definitely does, but I never would have like.
Well, now they have software to do it, but he said even once you learn the software well enough, it becomes by ear pretty much. So he knows he can just feel the crowd and get, which is like you don't even picture that much into DJing. Well, I mean, just somebody who's negligent to it and ignorant to it.
You don't think of? I wouldn't think about it.
Yeah.
I never would have thought. I never thought about it even a little bit until you just said that.
You can't be playing low places and then turn down for what? You know what I mean?
No, I mean like yeah.
But you know, get what I mean? Like that's drastic example, but like it's crazy. A good DJ will transition smoothly, and
wow.
It doesn't kind of blow your mind.
Yeah, I
know.
I am a little mind blown.
Yeah, and so being able to sit down with these guys from our high school and college, and
that are doing great things, man.
That were kind of around you your whole life, and that are doing great things.
You know,
you really just get to open this dialogue, and you know what? I'm not opening it for myself. I keep saying, you know a lot.
I did. I think I.
You know what, guys?
Are we saying it all the time,
dude?
Like,
I'm gonna make a highlight now. Now I'm gonna make a highlight reel of them. You know. Don't spit on the equipment. But like I was saying, I'm not only opening the dialogue for myself, but also the people who want to watch and kind of learn about them, their friends and family and people maybe that recognize them, like, oh yeah, I also went to school with that kid, or I know him, he was at my semi-formal DJing. Or that was the guy from Our Common Roots playing on Thursday night. And now you open up their doors, and that's what I'm about. It's pretty cool to see how many of these people I've reached out to were totally open to the idea because it's mutually helpful.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm trying to help them get big, and like I want people to know their story, you know?
I'm pretty sure you just said it again.
Oh my God. We got to stop. We got to find a new word, dude. We were talking about this right before the show.
Yeah, that's silly. I don't mean to laugh like that.
Now every other syllable I think I'm hearing is, you know?
You know?
But no, we were talking about this before the show, and I realized how much I say it, how much those word fillers are like really punching in your face when you're re-listening to yourself. I did season 20 yesterday, and I'll probably do I'm going to do...
This one's not even going to get posted, so whatever.
We're going to do the best of the two. This is tryouts, baby. Lost Guidance tryouts.
No wonder why he brought me on.
No, I realized how much I use those word fillers when I was recording by myself because I'm kind of just like pulling at my own threads, and it's more difficult. But
yeah, I was actually talking to my mom about that, and she's like, "Yeah, she's just talking to a screen."
Yeah.
How does he do it?
I just talk to myself. I'm that interesting.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
Really that interesting.
I just like to spread a good message, and we're getting back to it. And it's kind of this idea of be good to yourself and be good to others. And these are again underlying roots that are running throughout all these podcasts. And I'm just kind of giving you guys summations of the cool different things I've learned from all these guests. And I'm trying to think of anybody I left out. Let me see.
I think you.
Laura.
Yeah.
Laura Conley. Oh man, just her like business initiative and realizing she wanted to spin it around and take.
And she won that like new business woman of the year.
Yeah,
award
we talked about that on
Yeah.
the show, and just her drive and her ability to say, you know, just take these drastic changes and chances and say this is what's going to work for me. Incorporate her art into it. Her art.
Check out the new menu, the summer menu
at Old Babies.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, dude, they got like pineapple and all the focaccias. And
Phenomenal.
If you guys
Crab, the king crab. I haven't had it, but
they have a king crab.
a king crab focaccia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's probably something we should eat.
If you guys don't know what focaccia, it's like this big sandwich. I mean, you get the small and it's bigger than you probably want to eat in one sitting. It's no.
You want it, you want
the
the
whole
whole thing.
It's like wow. But just to see like her incorporate her love of art and music and her kind of punk rock style into her restaurant and just say
And her son. That
yeah,
dude's
and her
so
son.
cool,
Oh,
man.
he's so
cool.
He's such a cool dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, I've never met him, but he looks cool.
I know. He's like, Mom, I want blue hair and I want to listen to
blue hair.
He's like,
Punk
listen
rock,
to
little punk rock.
punk
right?
rock bands.
She's, yeah.
It's awesome, dude. It really is. But that's what's kind of cool about it is you're seeing somebody put all of their love and initiative into the things around them, and it works out. And that's what people need to remember. Like, you shouldn't be in your own shell. You shouldn't be hiding who you are and just kind of, I don't know, molding yourself to be around people or in a particular type of life. If you don't like your job, if you don't like where
Change
you're
it.
living, change it. It's all it
Change
takes.
it.
It takes a
I
little
tried.
bit of effort.
Yeah, I tried it.
Doesn't mean you're done trying, right?
No, I'm not done. I mean, I'm right now. I'm where I'm at. but
You're rebounding.
I wasn't happy where I was.
Exactly.
I tried to change it. I went somewhere about it. Didn't like it at all, so I went somewhere else about it, and now that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and that's life, man. You're just constantly riding the roller coaster, and things get mundane. I understand that. You go through the ups and downs. Yo, I'm really good. I got this new job 3 years later. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's literally how it was.
Yeah, I know. And people just feel like they're stuck, and it's complacent, it's comfortable. You know, all you got to do is work hard. Yeah.
Whatever, man.
It's kind of the same thing with this podcast. I just wanted to start breaking down these walls and just reaching out. And if I reach out to someone and they're like, I'm not really interested, I'm too busy, whatever, not a problem, dude. Just taking a chance here.
Yeah.
And that it's either going to work out for me or it's not. I reached out to Grady Spencer and The Work, a band I love. They're just still playing bars down in Texas, you know. And
Was that the one out in Oneida?
no.
Oh.
I wish I'm trying to get him to Skype in on the show. I played some of the music on Ryan Flynn's episode in the intro, but I mean, I love the guys, and they got like 2,000 followers on Facebook. I want everybody to know their music. They're so freaking good. The fact that they only have that many followers,
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
blows me away. I'll play you some of their shit after this. They're awesome, dude. But I just you got to take chances. And I reached out and I said, hey, would you mind if I played some of your music in one of my intros. He's like, he reached out back immediately. Nah, dude, go ahead and play it. That'd be awesome. Just give us a shout out, a website link. I did.
Oh, that's sick.
And then I was like, would you mind Skyping in sometime? He's like, yeah, let's get together when we're not busy.
Really?
Just take chances, talk to people.
Nice.
So you can't just be like in your own bubble. That's what I feel people do these days. You're in your cell phone. You go to the mall or somewhere.
I was just thinking that this past weekend when I was at Trucks Gone Wild, how much I didn't have my phone and how great my life was just living in the moment, having some beers, riding around, getting muddy.
Yeah.
And then once I at night, I'd be like, shit, my phone's dead. And I'd be like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like it is such a crutch.
Yeah.
And like Saturday night when all I had left to wear was underwear and I wasn't going to a concert in my underwear, I was like, man, my phone's dead. I don't have my charger. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I just kind of laid there. And
it is a crutch.
It's like, man, life is boring with it. Like, what do I do without my phone? It's crazy.
Yeah. But what's even crazier? When I find myself sitting in those situations, what do you think about? Like nothing really?
Well, Buck Cherry was playing in the background.
So
I could listen, but they suck. Like, they might have been I liked their music back in the day. Maybe they're just old and washed up now.
Yeah.
They didn't sound good. Maybe it was the sound quality. I could just be in
distorted from far away kind of thing. It could be.
Well, no, even the people at the concert said it sucked.
Oh, wow.
Like Alec and I don't know, whoever else I was with. All them
Interesting.
People. Yeah.
Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so I find that I'm just laying there when I don't have my phone, or I'm just sitting there somewhere. Well, previously I'm trying to work on it now, but I just think about nothing.
I don't think I don't ever not have my phone with me and charged. That rarely happens.
My phone dies so fast now that I'm always without it. But I'm just spending the time now. It's like you could be planning in your own mind. People used to do that.
What do you mean? Plan what?
Plan anything. So say you're at the doctor's office, you don't have your phone. At the same time that you're sitting there, you're thinking about your health. If you're there for whatever reason, you're thinking about your job. You're like, man, is this job driving the stress through the roof? Am I getting an ulcer? Is that what this is? You're thinking about whatever. Then you say, all right, maybe my job's driving me nuts. Where could I go for a job? You start planning the rest of your day. Maybe I'll stop in here. Maybe I'll stop over there, grab an application. Maybe
this is all from not having a phone?
No, that's what I'm saying, though. These are the things that people could be doing.
And if they didn't have a phone?
If they didn't have a phone.
You got me. I'm just a little confused.
I think they dull us down so much, dude.
Yeah, but you're telling me you wake up in the morning and you're like, I need my phone to figure out my day.
No, I just think it's when you have the spare time that you should be doing shit, you're going Facebook, Instagram.
Oh, absolutely.
You should I got to get this done, but let me sit here for another 30 minutes and just scroll through everybody's Snapchats.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
do that
I don't have
sometimes.
Snapchat, but yeah, all of a sudden 30 minutes goes by and you're like, oh shit, I got to go do that. Oh, it's dark out. Now I'm not going to do it.
I'm just going to stay and play on my phone.
If you didn't have it, if you didn't have all this constant, like you said, a crutch, if you weren't, it's right in your hand, you're like, oh, let me make sure I have my phone, wallet, keys, and then you grab, and you're like, oh, let me grab my phone. Oh, there's 10 notifications. Let me go through those. Oh, let me sit back down. That's what life is these days. And I think that definitely constitutes some of the reason why people are really just unhappy. They're just sucked into this, looking at examples of what they want to be, they wish they could be, and they're not. And then they're not doing anything about it because they're just spending all their time here. They could be planning in their head how to get big, rich, famous, get a new job, get a new place to live. They could be looking, at a news fucking paper or something like that.
Trying to figure it out.
It's not that hard. It's just we don't ever want to put the time into it, and we want everything good to happen to us.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I at least try to spend my time lately proactively, and if not, thinking that I need to be proactive.
While on your phone?
No, I'm trying to get away from the phone, especially since it dies so much. It's kind of nice. It's a vice, It's I'm obligated to have it off because it's dead.
Yeah.
For a long time.
I better not hear you bitch about it being dead ever again. I'm going to call you back to this.
But you know what I mean, dude. It's just people getting
know.
Sucked into it. We could be spending our time doing so much else. And it's you got to kind of appreciate these stories of these guests that I've had on, getting back to it, and how they have put in the hard work. Taylor English,
Yeah.
Starting his own, Hey, maybe this is a Canadian podcast,
Canadian.
I don't know what you're talking about, but we had Taylor English on.
I know him, man. I'm pretty sure Dylan works for him, too.
Yeah, and he just had a baby. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, man.
But working hard and building his business up the way he wants it to be, having a good reputation, being reliable, coming
Same
back.
thing with Natalie.
Natalie as well.
Yeah.
Natalie,
Wow, we forgot quite a few.
No, guys, we're getting to you. That's what this whole podcast is, baby. You thought we forgot, but we're coming in hot. Okay. But no, these people, and put in the hard work.
Yeah.
And it's examples of, oh yeah, you want to have a successful business, you want to.
And it's cool that Taylor and Mike also like both help each other out. You know.
Yeah.
They're competitors, but in the same way they help each other. You know.
You know,
Like, I have been doing it. Shit.
yeah, they're competitors, but they're people who call each other when they need help. And like Taylor said, when you have a
Or you
big
got
job,
Brandon Boric, you know,
Yeah.
Boric's LLC.
I told Bork to come on.
Come on,
on,
what are you
Brandon.
doing?
He'll be on soon. Now we're gonna tag him in this little.
I'm gonna call him right when we get done here.
But that's a good example of people. You know, Taylor can't. He doesn't want to go out and maybe hire help for one day's labor, and kind of stick them after that. So you call local contractors that you made ends with and you're friends with and you've done right by each other, and all of a sudden you're willing to help each other. And it's an example of this community
Just
being
helping each
good to
other out.
yourself and
Look
being
at
good to
that.
others, baby.
Bing, bang, boom.
But again, you know, like it's kind of funny. We're going to touch on all these points and you'll see. I'm going to try and make a constellation out of this. It's going to be, we're getting to all these different points and just talking about how you need to be present and not working on your phone and examples of people. Dude, I'm telling you, just listen to this. You're not going to see the connection and then you're going to be like, damn, he's got this all planned out. But all of a sudden you're like, you got, if people are always in their phone, dude, and they're not doing things like that and they're just unhappy. They're always looking at things to make them unhappy. Right?
Right.
Their whole life is just going to be kind of fueled by that, and you're not going to be good to yourself. You're not going to be as willing to go out and help someone else. You're just going to be...
I mean,
Do you ever find that when your day immediately starts on a bad note and it just keeps getting worse? And
fucking
somebody
all the
chewing
time,
next to you, just want to wring their neck,
yeah.
right? It's the same equally on the other end of the spectrum. If you start your day in a great mood, oh man, I found $5 in the wash or something in my pocket. Oh man, yeah, someone bought me coffee in line, or I don't know. I'm just using examples, but
Yeah.
it turns your whole day around, and now your whole
It
day's
could.
good, and that same person doesn't bother you as much that day. It's all of like what you put into it, and if you're always just distracted, you always, you know. I always see people get immediately triggered by something. Oh, look what this asshole posted on Facebook. Look at this. I don't know, whatever, XYZ on Snapchat, you know, all of a sudden your mindset changes. Boom. People are like on off like light switches, and you're never like fully happy. You're never fully engaged. How can you expect to be given to others if you're not even given the proper treatment to yourself?
I see what you're saying for sure.
See?
Yeah.
I'm tying it all together, baby. This constellation's coming full
Yeah,
Orion's
it
belt.
might. A little bit.
It's coming.
All
Just
right.
give it time. So don't forget, I don't think I forgot about Claude Hutchings.
Oh, Claude.
I mean, the race man himself.
Yeah.
And how much time and effort it takes and how much he knows.
Yeah. He
And-
puts. Yeah.
And some of the cool things he taught me. Did you know about like how they have to break in tires with like a grinder?
I've seen Mason do it. Yeah, Mason Olmstead.
It's who again is
Yeah.
going to be coming on hopefully season 2.
Okay.
I've
never done it. But
I know, but just to,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't even thought that you have to break in these tires and then you have to, if you tighten the bolts a quarter inch, that's like a couple pounds of pressure shifted to one corner of the car.
Yeah, it's all a mathematical,
Scientific
equation. Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah. To be
I
the
never would have
fastest
thought.
guy out there. Yeah.
I mean, you just think like these are high efficiency,
Those guys. Yeah, they know their shit. Definitely.
teams and vehicles. That's what you think, but like it really gets into the technicality of it, and that was really cool. But it goes into how much you put into it. He's been racing since he was a kid,
Oh yeah.
and he started dealing with a couple losses, and then they really stepped up into it, and then they all learned together and grew together, and all of a sudden they're like this really established team, and they're well known in the area. I haven't unfortunately been keeping. How's he doing this season? Do you know?
I've only been to Utica Rome, I think, once or twice this whole year.
Because it's been rained out most of the season.
Yeah, I haven't been going much.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't been going. Well, a lot of people I used to go with don't go anymore. You know, they're either out of town working or just not around. You know.
Yeah, I know.
So. But,
Such is life, big
yeah,
boy.
such is life. But you know, so me and Alec go, you know, here and there, but. The Lanterns is where it's at, man.
The Lanterns, dude.
Unadilla every Friday night.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, Claude. So,
Claude.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't until I stopped, and it's more, even as I'm saying it, I'm realizing all these different underlying similarities between people and all these stories, you know, and you could extract similar details from Claude's story as you could from Taylor or Mike or
Perseverance.
Matt. Perseverance, determination, hard work.
It's all the same thing.
Mutual kind of respect. help, being kind to yourself and being kind to others, being good to yourself. You got to treat
That's
yourself.
so we're going to advance,
You know what? Let's just.
Oh, shit. We Gianotti again.
I know. We're just.
I want to talk about human beings.
That's what I want to do.
Human beings.
That's my nephew. I have not used that enough.
Little man.
Little
You
man.
said you were going to. That's first time.
I think second.
man.
But yeah.
Nah, that's the first time I heard
Oh,
it.
for tonight? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
But I do want to. It's. I don't know, man. What do you think are some of the. It's like I could take this in a million different ways. And
Put it down into one.
I know, right? Let's take that 2 into 1, baby. That Harley exhaust. There's so many people I feel that are just like they just feel stifled in their situation, or they just feel 80% happy, and they're looking for other things to kind of fill that void. And they're always looking. Everybody's always seems like kind of looking up to money and
Money's
fame
what makes the world
and
go
respect.
around.
I know, and it's kind of sucks because you lose sight of the humanity between us, don't you think?
Yeah, in a sense, but I mean, everybody's out here to take care of themselves.
But I feel like there's just this disconnect, and it's everybody. Like people will be like 80% happy as a person and get into a relationship and say, "Oh, I'm a happy person," or get a new job at this place. Maybe it wasn't their first option. Maybe someone helped them get in there, and they're like, "Oh, I'll take this job, and we'll see where it takes me." And it's just kind of like, now I'm a happy person. I got this job. It's like they're not 100% of a happy person, and they're using things to fill it. Things, buying pets.
It's a void filler.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like if
dude,
whatever. I feel like if you don't recognize and kind of self-absorb that and like self-recognize that is a better word, I guess, then you're not going to be able to kind of move on, and you're not going to be able to come to fruition what you want to come to fruition. I think some of the best things that people can get out of life is just achieving your goals and achieving your dreams, and say, hey, if you want to be a carpenter or contractor and you have your own business, you're doing pretty damn good in your dreams, dude. But if you wanted to be a pilot and you're working at Walmart, or if you're just like taking a temp job, or if you're just at an office and you're just saying, it's good enough, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, you're not fulfilling your life to your full potential.
I don't want to have to look back and have those feelings. And it's early on in life, and it's never too late to start.
I'm not going to have that.
Exactly.
Whatever comes to my mind, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it.
That's exactly it. And people shouldn't be kind of held back or felt like they're in a crutch or anything like that.
No way. Why should you?
Yeah. And that's kind of what some of these people who we've had on the show have shown. If you wanted to run a good business, Laura has shown you can do it with, throwing your love of art and everything into it. Or if you want to be a race car driver, get out there every week like Claude does.
And be a race car driver.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time and, effort, but...
You want to be a good contractor? Come back and screw those bolts back down. You want to be a good motocross driver or rider? You get back up on the freaking bike.
No matter how many times you go down.
No matter how many 4, 5, 6 injuries you have.
Whatever. How many surgeries? 12? I get back on the bike.
It's pretty nuts. And it's kind of blowing me away as I'm saying it.
Wow, that was awfully loud right in my ears.
Oh, boy. People are going to hate that. I should probably shut that off. I don't know why I had that.
What was it?
It's like a Windows thing.
Well, tell it to stop.
It's really blowing me away that I'm just now realizing all of these. I've thought about this, and I've been wanting to do this episode. I've thought about it for a week, and kind of the things I have all these notes over here. I was gonna say I haven't touched one of them. Haven't even looked over there, dude. It's just so much I want to say. There's so much I'm realizing I've been shown along this journey of just being a podcaster, getting involved with the community, getting more involved with people around me. And it's kind of a double entendre, not an entendre, I guess, kind of a conundrum, because I claim people need to be more present, but I'm also trying to expose them to a more present situation on social media. A podcast is shown through social media, YouTube, Facebook, and all that.
So you're basically being a hypocrite.
I know. Isn't that crazy? I just thought about that.
Wow.
I'm basically an asshole. But
throw in the towel.
But really, I'm trying to give people exposure and say, here is a present conversation of two people who are we aren't looking at our phones.
I didn't care. I mean,
Haven't looked once.
I got plans. Well, whatever.
Right.
They'll be there when I get there.
It's been 45 minutes, and we've just been just shooting the shit.
I don't need my crutches.
Nice.
Just my booze.
Just a couple beers. A couple beers will be fine.
Oh boy.
Sometimes I just feel like I want to tell people,
Everyone, you need to shut up.
just like, guys, get out of your comfort zones and go out there and quit complaining about life and quit complaining about everything that's not going well for you and make it go well for you. You know, work hard at it. Some people are given better luck than others in better situations, but it doesn't mean it should stop you.
Can't.
And it's kind of crazy. I don't know, man. I really didn't think about all these different kind of underlying themes and shit from this whole season. And I'm going to feel real bad if I'm missing anybody. I'm going to try and think super hard now because every time.
Because we're almost out of people, I think. I mean,
Matt, Kevin, Jimmy, John, Greg, Laura, Chris, Ryan, Jackie, Billy, Mike, Taylor. It's 11. Matt again. It's 12.
How many was there?
19 guests before you.
Why don't you just have it like right? Should I pull out my crutch real quick?
I was trying to. Oh, I do have all the episodes, a whole list of them.
Wow.
People watching this are like, shut up.
Now you're just like an asshole.
Dave Loopy. I knew it. I also keep calling her Laura Conley. It's Laura
What'd you call her?
Radcliffe.
Fuck us, right?
Loopy, my man.
Loopy.
Big sportsman shooter. Big.
That's not the one I met over there at the Saranac that one night, is it?
No, I don't think so. Oh my God, yeah, Jeremy Seaton, of course, The Broken Rule.
Dude, wow, you are.
Kevin Holland. All right, so yeah.
You got
it's just because we've had so many good ones coming on.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We're just getting to them. So, yeah, I mean, I think back to like combo with Loopy, my man. He's just
Yeah, I don't think I listened to that one.
He's a funny dude, man. He's got good energy, and he's just all about the positivity. He's a big gun enthusiast. He's a big advocator for. He's like a Steve Rinella type advocator for.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Hunting and resource.
That's not the guy that goes.
Like he's all about you shoot it, you eat it, and you know you take pride in what you're consuming.
You know who does that now? Or who's like big into like killing his own shit?
No.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah, we know.
He is.
We know. Everybody in the world knows.
Kills his own shit.
And he likes linguinis with clam sauce.
Hey, Joe Diaz, how you doing?
You know, Dave just had a good energy, and another person of a like mind who I have a respect for nature. He has respect for nature, and I go hunting. You've been hunting, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
You eat venison and all that, and
love
fish, and you have a respect for the sport, the game of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what it means to actually hunt an animal and consume it. And so that was kind of a humbling episode for anybody who might have been on the fence about it. And it was cool to open the doors with somebody else who's of a like mind of me, as me, and kind of learn about the shooting in the area. He goes to Verona and shoots a lot.
He's from this area?
Yeah. He's from, well, no.
How do you know?
Where he's from. I work with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's from around
yeah.
somewhere.
Who else? Jeremy Seaton, my man. I got to give a shout out because when I had Jeremy on, he's a guitarist for the band Broken Rule. They're the guys who had me out to Verona Country Fest.
That's what the one was.
They bring me
I
on
almost
stage.
went there that one time.
It was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I should have went.
And I'm looking forward to the next year. Hopefully they have it again.
Yeah.
But it was a little hot that day, and people were feeling it. But it was awesome. They set me up with a tent. This awesome banner. I mean.
Oh, that's where you got that?
Yeah. So Jesse Pratt of Pratt Designs is the drummer's son, Kevin Pratt. So Jeremy introduced me to Kevin. Kevin's like, I love what you did. Thanks for giving Broken Rule a shout out, which I love those guys, man. I got their sticker. You can't see it on the locker. The door's open, but I got their stickers. I tell everybody about all their gigs. They're awesome. I went and saw my pop-up, and they're like, anytime you want to come on stage and announce us, you can do it any show. And I'm like, dude, thanks so much for trying to get me involved at the Solvay Field Days and stuff. It's just so awesome to feel like wanted, and like they were like appreciating my presence. I appreciated theirs.
Nice.
They're a great band. They jam together. They're good dudes. They're all just so happy, having a couple beers, having a good time. They're awesome, man.
That's
and it
rad.
was really cool to be a part of that. And I thank them so freaking much for all that they do for me and the kindness that they've shown me.
Sweet.
Let's see who came after that because they're out of order. Chris, we mentioned Natalie, Taylor, then Kevin Hohen, Dr. Kevin Hohen. Oh, no. Z Donaldson. We'll go to Z first. So Z running the Disruption Network.
Yep.
Again, guys who have taken me under their wing, especially in the past few years. I think maybe, I can't remember if I did 1 or 2 seasons with the Disruption Network on the that football show.
Yeah,
the D-line.
You were on it a couple times at least.
Yeah, which we're going to have to talk about getting you into fantasy football here soon.
I don't think so.
Come on, dude.
I got way better things to do.
You're
on
becoming an
Sunday.
old man who just drinks Bud Lights on Sundays, so.
Dude, I'll pop you right here.
That's all you are.
I'll pop you.
Listen, all right.
No, I mean, I think about it every now and again. I just don't want to pay that much attention to football.
It's fun.
I don't care about football that much.
Well,
Sorry, football.
we'll get you
people.
there. But anyway, so I got involved with the D through the D-line of football kind of discussion show every Thursday. And then they introduced me to Z, who kind of co-founded the Disruption Network. And the Disruption Network, just, again, huge kind of podcast network. We do a lot of work together. Like, I love going out and hanging out with them. They invite me over. They want me to be on the podcast with them. It's awesome. Just such good people. And I don't know if I would have been that involved or been shown, these different routes and avenues if I didn't have this show.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome.
It probably wouldn't happen.
And to have him come on and show his support and everything, it's so cool. Because it's like...
Who's the guy? Is that the guy I met?
Z Donaldson.
Who's the one I don't remember who I met from.
Where? Saranac. When?
Him and his wife? I don't know.
Saranac.
Was his name Chicken maybe? Was that Chicken?
Oh, Chicken and Dawn. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck it was.
He's another co-founder of it. Yep. Yeah, good people, man. And I just, again, people I love. And my man Bowie, helping them out over there too. Big shout out, because I keep telling everybody he was a big portion of why this got started. Helped me with all the setup with the YouTube and everything. Then, of course, Dr. Kevin Hohen. Man, a man of many stories.
Wow.
Journey
Wow.
up Everest twice.
That guy.
Once at 60. He went 20,000 feet.
I can't. I don't have any words for that guy.
It's
mind blowing, baffling. That guy. He's an inspiration, maybe.
Yeah. It's insane to think that someone could.
I wouldn't wanna.
And he did it with such.
I wouldn't want to do that.
I don't know a good word for it. He did. I mean, the list was this freaking long.
I know.
He sent it to me, and I'm like, wow. He hiked through the Appalachian Trail. He hiked again the Himalayas. I can't even think. Hiked all of, like the main Acadia National Park. He's hiked all the Adirondacks. I mean,
Yeah, the things that guy has seen.
it's crazy. Ate with the Dalai Lama. It's like, whoa. And to be so humble about it and just really
just be a normal guy.
Yeah. And
I mean, when you've done that much, I mean, I don't know. That's just another thing why he's so inspirational. He's so humble about it.
Yeah. And the whole time he just wanted to introduce me to his granddaughter, who's also doing great things, and Jasmine. And I really hope to connect with her on season 2. And it's just awesome to see that these people have so much in common, yet such different lives, such different stories. Yeah. And if they were to surmise it into 3 words, like what got you here, it's probably going to be determination, being genuine. Like, I don't know. What do you think? If you're going to say 3 words that get you to where you are in life that you want to be, I'd say probably determination, the 3 underlying themes, determination, genuine, being genuine, go outside your boundaries. Go outside your comfort zone. I'd say those are the 3.
To be a good person?
I'd say to just reach...
Is that what that was?
To be a fulfilled person. To get to your life and look back and be like, I've done it all. I've made it through everything.
See, that's an interesting question, because that could be looked at a bajillion different ways.
Well, give me 3 words then.
To look back at your life and think that you did it right? Is that... I mean...
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Man... 3 words?
I know. You think it because we're young. It'll change for us, I'm sure. But just what I'm gathering from the guests and people with more experience.
I couldn't do it in 3 words.
Be
honest, I couldn't do it.
Well, not 3 words. Like three. Like mantras. 3 things that you need.
Right now, I mean, I don't like. I have no idea.
Nothing.
No, I got nothing for you.
Determination's
3 things.
Yeah, I'd say determined.
No.
Determination, genuineness.
Yeah, genuineness.
Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah, I can stick with that.
And then break down your barriers, Get outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, that's crucial for where we are right now
Yeah.
in our lives, I think.
Again, I think it kind of goes back to that complacency thing, and just don't let yourself fall into something so comfortable that you're suddenly 20 years down the road and unhappy.
Yeah, you can't.
Or
You can't look back and be like, shit, maybe I should have taken that shot. Maybe I should have went to Kentucky. Maybe I should have went to Georgia. Maybe I should have. Well, I did. It wasn't for me.
you tried it out. Yeah, exactly. You tried it
I
out. It wasn't
tried.
for you. So it's just awesome to kind of learn from people like Dr. Kevin Hone and be embraced by people like Z and all that. And then we had the ankle busters on.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
The paintball team.
Yeah,
Man, that was a
those guys,
cluster.
wow.
It was the most people we've ever had in studio. They were all crammed together getting on this camera. It was so awesome to see that. And it was cool just to be around those guys and have that camaraderie. They had this brotherhood.
They gotta have like a heavy or a high energy,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just
They were
all
all-
the time.
They were all so pumped, and it was
Yeah.
cool to see that they were excited to show me their gear and tell me all the rules and explain the different scenarios. And I wish I had more mics. That's another thing we're going to be working on going into the next season.
Get some more people in here.
Get some more people in here, expand the room. I'm going to re-coordinate the room and stuff. Get some more mics. Get a different interface because this only has the two outputs. And we'll see what we'll do. But it was awesome to have those guys in the studio, and it was a funny episode. And it was kind of cool to really see like the, it goes back to like this idea of semi-pro sports or things that like you pay for, these sports that you pay to get into, and then you find all these guys that are of like-mindedness. I mean, the Ankle Busters is more formed out of friendships than it was more than John's story of being a semi-pro football player. But still, you're an adult. You realize you still have a passion for something like this. You still want to get involved. You find a bunch of guys who also have been kind of feeling this way. And then you just break down your comfort zone, and all of a sudden you're like, let's establish a team.
Shredding it, yeah.
And let's each use our capabilities. Let's use our resources, and let's do what we can. And Ivan, hey, you have a great graphics design capability. And Sal's kind of the coordinator and the coach, kind of, and as well as Ivan. And Brian kind of helped conceive, and he's a good, rallier and stuff like that. And they're all really technical and knowing their guns. It's cool. I don't know, man. It just shows you these different sides of people who all, when you really break down what they're actually talking about, it's like the message they're sending you. You're like, oh, dude, it's like a bunch of guys who really enjoyed what they did are spending their time rather than wasting it. Money and time and everything else. They're enjoying their lives.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, it's an awesome one,
Yeah.
And to be in a league too, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's not for me. Not that thing.
No.
I've been paintballing a couple times, but
It's
I wouldn't want to be in a
exercise.
league and just be like, yeah, you're gonna get shot today.
yeah,
Because it hurts.
yeah.
It definitely hurts.
It ain't that bad,
Dude,
but
it hurts.
dude, they made me eat one.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, they said that's the initiation.
Definitely. Did you do it on camera?
They all did it on camera. Yeah, we all did it on
I
camera.
I didn't watch it.
Well, we'll have to go back and get some of that footage. So I think I think that's everybody this time. Yeah, I think so. And I wanted to just kind of highlight on this episode, the moral of the story here is you got to be good to yourself. You got to be good to others. You got to really strive and work hard and do the steps. Set goals for yourself, realistic goals. Short-term, intermediate, long-term. What's a long-term goal for you right now?
Buy a house.
Yeah?
Yep.
When do you want to do that?
Within the next 2 years.
All right, so there's your long-term. Now, what's the short and intermediate?
I'm chilling right now.
Short-term is
Short term right
Each-
now is
each
fix my
paycheck?
4-wheeler.
each paycheck, though, $50, $100.
No, not,
Cash aside.
short term is fix the 4-wheeler, I guess. Long term is buy a house. I guess intermediate would be,
Work toward those things.
I guess, or build my car. Something.
Why? What do you want to do to your car?
I gotta make a race car, I think.
Every time I see you.
It changes, I know.
Every time I see you, it changes.
It changes. Race car.
I'm going to be light and breezy, chilling back
light
here.
and breezy, chilling. Whatever.
Dude, we're already coming up on an hour, but I still have so much I want to talk about.
All right, man. Well,
Strap in.
don't remember, or don't remember. Don't forget, I got some shit to do though.
What time?
8 or 9.
Well, it's 8.
It's 8:15. Shouldn't I figured it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. So
I'm thirsty. I want a beer. What about you? You want a beer?
You talking to me?
That's a question.
For all of us here at News Center 4, I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, San Diego.
You got any more of these floating around?
What?
Any more of these?
Bud Lights? Or
Any
beers? Yeah, I got a couple of crazy Shinerbach Pilsner in the fridge, and then a couple of claws, I think.
All right, I'm just going to go to my clutch real quick. Or crutch.
All right. Dude, I like this because I wanted this to be a more lighthearted episode. I haven't had, it's been more kind of serious. I've been really involved in these conversations, and this is more of the lighthearted.
This is
wrapping
too
up.
serious for me, even, dude.
Dude, I know we need to label.
This is being hard. This is hard for me right now.
Well, chill out.
For you people that don't know, I'm not a serious person.
My man Nick is usually off the walls.
Yeah, so this is rare.
But we're hanging out, guys, and you could tune out at any time that you want. But we're having some good chats, and I'm glad you came on, dude. Because, like I said, people ask me, "Are you just using friends or family or whatever?" No, I'm reaching out to people who have interesting point of views and different kind of perspectives on.
It's the whole shebang.
Yeah, dude. Did you just snap me?
Nah,
dude. Don't use your crutch that long. We're still in the middle of this show.
Nah, I know. I'm just saying.
Telling her you can't make it.
Dude, nah.
She's gonna watch this and be like, "You blew me off for a show."
Nah, I told her.
my
I told her I was
God.
coming here.
Oh my God! He blew me off for a television series.
Television.
I don't know.
He's fucking famous.
All right, dude. All right, what were we talking about? I'm just using the whole spectrum of talking today.
Wow.
All right. Oh yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. You've seen that admiral, that Navy admiral, who in like 2014 gave that speech at the
I have
college.
no idea what you're talking about.
He's like a Navy admiral. He said one thing they taught
At
me
who
in boot camp
college?
at the University of Texas.
Yeah, I was there.
2014. No, it went viral. He's like, every day they taught us you need to get up in the morning and make your bed perfect.
Oh yeah. I
You've
saw
seen
that guy.
this,
I saw
yeah.
that guy,
And what
It's-
the moral of the
'cause
story is like,
what is it? You start every day, but you don't start every day, Brad. Yeah, no.
you start every day with like a little victory. Is basically
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
you're winning, and that'll propagate you to do more good things. Like maybe you're up early, and you make your bed. All of a sudden, you're like, I have extra time. It looks good in there. Go out, have a nice healthy breakfast. You shower, you get to work early, maybe on time or whatever. He's like basically saying like you start winning little victories, and your whole day gets a little bit easier and better. And if nothing else, you have a shit day, you go home and you got a perfectly made bed to get into.
Is that because there was something with the made up bed and
Yeah.
shit. That's what I remember.
You have a shitty day, you have a perfectly made bed, and that's the one good thing about it.
Yeah. Something
Yeah,
like that.
you know, and it's
I
awesome.
don't make my bed though.
But you know,
It'll be there when I get
it's
there.
those little victories. Like I said, you got to set these goals for yourself. I feel like if you just come home and you're, I don't know, when people ask you like, what are you doing, after work? What are you doing this weekend? Oh, nothing. Probably just hang out at home. Oh, nothing. You know.
Not me. It's
So,
always something.
Something. It's better to be just
Fishing,
Yeah, something.
camping, something.
There's nothing wrong with taking a little downtime, but you got to be active. Especially you can't be both the person saying I'm unhappy with my situation where I am at my life or my relationship or where I'm living, and then also do nothing about it and just sit home and watch Netflix and tell me how you binge watch fucking Orange is the New Black for.
You talking shit?
Dude, I don't know. Is that you?
I'll leave.
I just want people to understand that this is life and you only get one shot. Obviously it goes without saying. You're not hearing anything new from me. I'm just trying to really reiterate those things.
I know. I hear this.
The more you hear it, the more you're exposed to good, knowledgeable shit.
all the time.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the time.
Why don't you go ahead?
This isn't just a podcast. This is
Nick,
how he's actually is.
Why don't you go ahead and tell people about your experience to Georgia and how that
dude,
got
it was
initiated? And
great.
who did that for you?
You did.
Boom. Because what happened?
We went to
Say it.
Colorado, yo. Shit
I know,
was
but tell
rad.
them like so.
So I applied to that company back in November or December of last year, which would have been 2018. And
But no, every time I would come see you.
Yeah, dude,
I'd
it was
say,
you.
dude, quit your dead end job.
Quit
You're
your
gonna be
job.
fucking
You're like
miserable.
such an asshole. No,
You're gonna be
It's not even. It
55.
wasn't even a dead end job. It was a county job. Like, yo, fucking good benefits and retirement and shit. And he was like, yeah, yo, just quit it. You're fine.
I'm like, you're gonna be 55.
I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's try
bald
it.
and miserable.
So yeah, I quit it, and now I'm just like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm making more money where I am right now. I'm making more money. I'm back home.
How happy were those moments from when you decided, dude, we had this plan. We were gonna get to Colorado. We were gonna
I had two
find
yeah,
shit, and we were gonna try and move out there.
shit.
We could have done it, yes. But when we were there, dude, to the point,
It was so sick.
it was the
man.
happiest time I can remember in a while, and it was just because we were out there, like, again, breaking those boundaries and just trying it.
We were just. I mean, I had never been pretty much all the way on the other side of the country, unsupervised. Like, you know, I mean, have you ever been to the other side of the country unsupervised?
I've never been to the other side of the country, but
Well,
I've been unsupervised a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like, that don't count. But I'm saying, like,
I don't know, man.
unsupervised.
You leave me
dude.
unsupervised in New York
All-
City, I feel fucking unsafe.
You leave me unsupervised anywhere. I buy dirt bikes and fucking all kinds of stupid shit.
You wake up in somebody else's van. Oh, that's Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah, so I'm gonna just run and grab one of them booze real quick. 2 seconds.
Just don't take out the camera. Grab me a White Claw.
You just got a fresh. Then give me that, and I'll get you.
Well, I'm
White
just
Claw.
saying, I don't think we're gonna end in the next 2 minutes, and
Punk ass.
that's so rude, Nick. I hope you guys are enjoying this conversation. We're doing some lighthearted, light and breezy, light stuff today, and more than that, I hope you guys are just enjoying the show. I hope people are. It seems like people are sharing it. People are liking it. People are enjoying the content. They've given me more good ideas, avenues that I want to go down, potential guests. A lot of people reaching out saying they want to come on the show, and I love that. And absolutely, I want to do that. You know, I've had friends, guests, all that stuff on, and yeah, are you gonna sit down? You just
Nah, dude,
stand over my shoulder, look at me.
I'm trying to see what we look like over there. You know.
Well, I look great. How do you?
Yeah, don't.
I look gorgeous. I look like
No, I'm
I look like
keeping
a
it.
fat baby because I shaved my face.
Strap in, partner.
Why?
Nah, we're strapping in. We're strapped.
Like I said, I'm hoping you guys are appreciating the content. It seems like everybody's giving me kind of a positive feedback. I do want to continue growing it though, and that's what I hope to do in this hiatus. If you want to, like we keep talking about things to come, I'm gonna try and rearrange the studio. Maybe get a new studio. You never know.
A whole new studio.
You never know, dude.
Dude, if you build it, they will come.
Dude, I'll knock down this whole wall.
Yeah, into where? The outside
That goes right into my.
bathroom.
This goes into my bedroom.
Bedroom. That does.
Yeah.
That doesn't. That goes outside.
I know. I pointed back that
Yeah,
way.
it didn't, dude. All right.
But we're gonna try and get. I do want to make this a nicer, tighter studio. I want to change this from kind of a single point camera to a multi-camera lounge style. More of like if you watch This Past Weekend or Incorrigible with Chris D'Elia, the Bee and the Sting, The Fighter and the Kid. These are all like comedian kind of entertainers that I like to watch, like different podcasts. And it's more of a lounge style. You don't really need these as much, although they are kind of absorbing into the conversation. But
Yeah, it's like I took it off for a minute and it felt weird.
I know, doesn't it?
A little bit. I might just wear these forever.
This is a good chat though. I mean, life's a trip. I like to ask people a couple questions when we're nearing down the end, and it's already like hour 15.
Give me a couple. I'll give you some answers.
So like, if you're gonna give somebody one piece of, I mean, gee, you're a CDL driver. You know, you work for the county. You've done some traveling. You've lived a good time. You've done the party scene and enjoyed life to the fullest. If you're gonna give somebody a piece of advice on like what to do and what not to do, I know I'm putting you on the spot, dude. But you just gotta be quick on
I
it.
got some answers for that.
Go ahead.
What to do?
Because part of this episode I want to be is words to ponder on.
Keep a level head, man.
Explain.
Keep a level head through everything and everything, if you ever could. Try not to let the little things stress you out. You know, that's something I've done a lot, and I've been working on that the past couple of years, and I've been getting a lot better at it.
Like you like flying off the handle or something.
Yeah. That's some shit I used to do a lot, and I don't really do that so much anymore. You know,
Yeah.
you just grow up a little bit. I've grown up in the last. I had to fucking grow up. I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
I fucked up and got myself into some shit. And I had to get myself out.
Yeah, and that's life.
Um,
It's better to kind of prepare yourself for it, like you said. Keep a level head. Be ready.
Be ready for anything too, man. You never know. I mean, you can't be ready for everything. That's the shitty part.
I hate seeing people dump a ton of money into something though, and then they're like, "Oh, I emptied my bank account or something." I'm like, "You have no
fucked up, dude.
no rainy day, baby."
Yeah.
That's
Scary thought. That's not have a rainy day. Fun,
and some people,
you could get behind the wheel one night and
could be over.
Could be over.
Yeah. So it's kind of solidifying, when you've lived it and you're able to look back and say, man, if only I kept a level head. And I talked about that. I talked about that a little bit in a few of my episodes, just how angry I used to be and things like that. And how I always
used to get into a lot of fights in high school.
Yeah, and just lashed out. 5,
6, 7 years, however long ago it was.
Yeah, 2012 is when I was an asshole the most.
If my calculations
if I was charting this, dude, on a line graph, it'd be like ping ping.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, mine was probably.
And I just lashed out because I was unhappy with who and where I was.
Yeah.
And I think I was honestly a little scared of my situation going forward. I was about to get into college, and I just knew I wanted to get out of high school, and it took me years to look back and be able to reflect on that and say, wow, stop. Don't ever do that again. Don't fall into that. And when I see myself getting upset at things, like really irritated quick, just got to take a breather, go do my own thing.
And that's something I'm working on since I've been back at where I am now.
Yeah.
I worked at this Lights Trucking. I worked there for a couple years back, I don't know, a few years ago. It doesn't matter. But, back then, another thing about growing up, I was a little more young, less mature. I would, be in such a rush to get out, which I still am sometimes,
Yeah.
It's like fucking when you go in at 6 a.m. and it's like 5 or 6 at night, and they're like, "Oh no, we still got to do this and this and this." It's like, it's like fucking.
I know that's
it's just aggravating, but I try to not give Cody's, because at that time I'm usually done driving. I'll be in the shop, fixing either a truck or an excavator, a dozer, working on something, and Cody will just be like, "No, dude, we have to get this done. We have to get this done." And now I'm like, "All right, what up? Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's go home." Back then, I would be like, "What?" I would throw a little pissy fit.
What do you think changed?
I'm older, more mature.
Is it patience, or do you?
I have more patience. Not much. You know that.
Yeah.
I don't have much patience at all.
Especially you get some of these BLs in you.
No. There's a certain point where I'm very patient, but then a little bit more.
You know what it is? You know where it is? I think it's 5.5. I've been crunching the numbers with you. I think you hit 5.5. He's like,
son of a bitch.
Damn it. He's like, I only get 1.5 more. No, but do you think it's patience, or do you think it's more
growing up,
sympathy,
more mature?
Do you find sympathy for his situation?
Yeah, because now.
Talking to the microphone.
My bad, dude. I was all over there and shit.
You can take it with you if you want to lean back.
Nah,
I'm noticing the camera's a little off toward your way, so you can lean back more.
I'm cute, man. It should be over here.
I'm cute. I look like such a fat baby.
No, but yeah, I just because Cody, he can't go home until we can go home. And a lot of times he's there until later than we're there because it's his business. He's got to get it done. You fucking retard.
I was trying to do the old
I hope you guys saw that.
I was doing the old Letterkenny chug, and it turns out it's way foamier than you think when it's not whiskey. Give me them paper towels behind you. I just don't want the table sticky. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. You got to recognize. I think when we're younger, we're just impatient because we're only we're only really worried about our bubble.
That's just it. And he's trying to get out just as bad as I am. But see, the thing about that kid, man, is he wants to get out as bad as I am, but he might go home and drink one beer with us and hang out for a minute. But then he's getting right in his truck and he's going to work on, he's going to help somebody else.
Wow.
He just rebuilt
hard worker.
Willis Mulvey's, I think that's who bought him. He bought a Peterbilt that needed a rebuild. Cody just rebuilt that whole motor thing. Runs great. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Excuse me. And yeah, that kid, he doesn't stop.
It shows you the
He's
hard
getting
work.
married this weekend, actually. So.
Cody and Amanda.
Cody and Ashley.
Ashley, I mean.
Wow. Yeah, dude.
Edit that out.
They've only been together for like 14 years.
I said Ashley.
Fuck.
She won't hear that part. Why we keep talking about it?
I'm gonna tell her.
And cut right there.
Oh, I thought we were live.
No,
You're such a dirtbag.
it's recorded because
Because you don't trust me.
I like to go live Sundays, but usually I think what caused my audio issues was my going live. Because
Well, if we ain't live, then fuck it. I'm going on my crotch for a minute.
well, no, I'm not gonna edit this out.
Ah, dude. Just 1 minute.
This is going up full stream.
Whatever,
baby.
it's fine.
All right, dude. Like I said, you can't even make it through a full hour and 15 minutes and 40 seconds worth of recording.
Dude, we were an hour and 15 minutes an hour
It
ago.
was 6 minutes ago. It was an hour 8. I rounded up. It's a good time to round. Actually, the 8 is like the perfect
good.
number to round up with.
So what'd you try to do there that made that mess?
You never see the show Leonard Kenny?
No. You
Oh,
tried to
man.
make me watch it. We came back here
It's
after
so
Bear.
funny,
so you tried to
dude.
make me watch it.
It's so freaking
Stupidest
funny.
thing I ever saw.
You gotta get it. Again, it's like Trailer Park Boys. Do you like?
Excuse me. Yeah.
You get that, right?
It's retarded,
It's retarded.
but it's funny.
I mean, we shouldn't use that word, but yeah, I get what you're saying. It's you either get it or you don't. It's like Dave Matthews, dude. Either you get it, what he's doing, the shrip, bang, the bada, ding, ding, or you don't.
I get it.
I get it. Like, I
get
get it. He's like on something upstage, and he's just doing a lot of funny, cool noises I really enjoy listening to. But it's very polarized. I don't like Trailer Park Boys at all. I love Letterkenny.
Yeah, but
I get Letterkenny is also stupid, but it's very well written. The jokes, like it's so fast dialogue, and it's so like it's very in depth written. If you think about the jokes that they're saying, Trailer Park Boys just kind of seems like they gave somebody a 1996 camera, a big one, and they're like, just go videotape these dudes, literally high and drunk all the time, in Canada in a trailer park.
they're not literally high.
I know they're great actors. I understand that, but that's what I feel like I'm watching, and I'm just like, I don't get it. It's just there's no point to what they're doing.
What's the point to Letterkenny? There's no. It's just
It's
entertainment.
All right, it is pointless. It's
entertainment.
I guess I would just I don't know. We're gonna throw up a poll later. We're gonna throw up a poll.
Letterkenny or Trailer Park
yeah,
Boys?
yeah. You
It's
want
probably gonna be Letterkenny. I haven't seen nothing about Trailer Park Boys on Facebook in like a long time.
I don't know. I think there's Die Hard.
Why are we back on this fucking?
I don't know. What? You said you know again?
I know. Social media shit, man.
I know. See, it goes. It all
just
circles
like
back to
it's-
it because it's such a
the
significant portion of
future.
like. Oh my God! Remind me to talk about Elon Musk in a second.
Yeah, I'll remember. You're gonna write it down, dude. Wait, we're right there.
No, we
We're
went through most of this.
all right.
This is a good thing I want to end on too. No, I mean, anyway, that's what I was trying to do for this Chuck. He's like, anytime he's supposed to be like the big tough guy. It's in Canada again. That's why it's interesting.
Who?
Letterkenny.
Yeah.
So is Trailer Park Boys. That's why it's
Yeah.
interesting. They're both
Oh.
Canadian shows.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But he's like this tough guy in this kind of hick tiny town. There's like a few hundred people in it, and there's they call them the Hicks, the Skids, who are like the crystal methed out ravers who go and dance all crazy. And then they have like the jocks, and then they have like the Christians or something, or the four groups. Anyway, the main character is like a redneck, and he's like the big tough guy. No one can beat him up, basically Wayne. And anytime somebody wants to fight him, he goes, "Let's go right now." He goes, "Okay," and he just stands up. He takes a full bottle of whiskey. He just goes and like slams it vertically every time, just full 90-degree tilt, slams it, and then puts it down just like really quick. And then he just gives it to someone and goes kicks their ass. And then he comes back, he slams it again. It's just kind of the thing of the show. So I was just like looking at you, and I was gonna try and do it.
Oh, you didn't do it.
And then it just fucking it phoned me out, bro.
Okay.
Cool in theory, but
Okay.
now that I had to explain the whole thing in detail,
So that's where I think I stopped listening for a little bit there.
I saw you zoning hard.
So Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. So we're getting into the social media thing, and what's crazy about it is we keep saying there are people with my mentality who are like detached for a while. And even you said when your truck's gone wild, you detach and you're like, whoa, that was kind of nice. You go camping and you own a service, you're like, holy shit, you reset, right?
Yeah.
You
for
feel
sure.
that?
Yeah. Reset would be a good word, I guess. It's,
So it's weird because we're getting to the point where that's so much more part of our life. Everything is on it. Everything. Like now you just touch your cell phone to to a freaking ATM or a payout mechanism, your cell phone can now pay for you. You know, you don't even have to take cards out anymore. You just have to have one device doing it all. So Elon Musk kind of argues that artificial intelligence is incorporating itself into us. We might not be able to escape the social media, the constant influx of information. He's saying, you know, robots have just like attachments and appendages and mechanisms that help them become more efficient. Well, we have ours already. It's our cell phone. You know, what we thought it could do in the early 90s or mid to late 90s or early thousands or whatever. All right, pictures getting better. Nokia became Verizon, and Samsung was born, and all these good companies. I shouldn't say Nokia became Verizon, but, you know, like it bred new competition, and all these companies began upgrading a little bit. Then we have the Blackberry. Then you had the Blackberry Storm, the first one you could push the buttons in.
They were so cool.
It was touchscreen, but you could push the buttons.
The chocolate, the juke,
dude, the juke, the chocolate, the Galaxy.
The first iPhone ever.
Then we saw the Galaxy S1, and we're like, what?
Shit was crazy.
And it's just like exponentially getting crazier and crazier. And then we're like, whoa, this thing like knows when I look away, and it pauses my video, and you're like, oh, that's crazy.
Or
oh,
now it's listening to me and knowing what I'm talking
it
about.
records your fucking face.
Wow.
And takes your thumbprints, and you're like, whoa. And it's now becoming, in our lifetime, mid 20 years, that all has happened.
Yeah.
We've seen it from the old rocks my grandmother used to carry around in her purse to the whatever iPhone fucking quintuple X.
I remember my grandfather had a car phone.
No way. With like a dial
Like
or
the
buttons?
bag? No, the bag car phone.
A bag?
The bag car. I remember my
You
grandfather
need to charge the
had
bag?
one. I don't know how the fuck it worked.
We suck.
I'm pretty sure it was just like,
Dude,
if
we
I had to
suck.
guess, it was just like hardwired, or not, maybe not hardwired, but like it ran to the battery somehow, I'd assume.
Dude, we suck. We don't even know how it works.
I mean,
I knew they had the ones in the car, like Seinfeld did an
it was
episode.
just like a. It was like
His was in
right
the car, underneath attached to the battery, I think, or some, or how would that? Maybe they put that in the car at some point.
I don't know. No, I don't.
Guys, someone older than me, can you help?
Dad.
When you see this, if you see this, can you comment what the hell we're talking about?
It's a fucking car phone. I don't know.
But I think they put that mechanism in the car so that you can just pull the phone out of the center console thing.
Maybe.
And call. I think they put whatever was in the bag in the car.
No. Wait. Yeah. So a bag phone was its own thing, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like they just carried it around in a bag?
Well,
like
why
that
the
was your
fuck?
cell
Why is
phone?
it in a bag and
Like
you can't
just-
move it?
I don't know. Probably move it.
Probably move it, charge it, or something.
I know this thing right here. I plug right into the wall.
Yeah, real high tech there.
All I got
Easy
do.
bobble is hard, won't you?
Boom. Let me tell you about that thing. Just stop playing footsies with me.
Going back to Elon Musk,
Stop it.
he thinks that our phone is just an appendage of us, and that's our artificial intelligence key, like our gateway, and that's going to lead into a wearable technology, which it kind of has with the wristwatches, and then it leads into a full arm thing, then it leads into like a suit, and then it leads into things in your eyes. Now he just said a week ago he wants to take a tiny drill into your head, and stick a robot in there.
Fuck it. Do it.
What?
Sign me up.
Why? Why that?
I'll probably make some money.
No, you probably
No
get
more work.
brainwashed
Whatever. Dude.
or dead.
No, not dead.
You don't, dude. You're just gonna let someone drill into your head?
Elon Musk? Yeah, sure. He's pretty smart.
Well, no.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I would never.
nuts.
No, dude.
And it
If
says they put a sensor in it if it comes out.
they should do that to criminals.
In and
they
out.
should do that to
Ooh.
people in prison, people on death row, or child molesters or rapists. They should give them a choice. You want to try it? Why not? Right? I would if I like. I never would, but let's say God forbid I was on death row for something, something
Heinous, yeah.
and they were like, "Hey, do you want to be a test subject for this?" I'd be like, "Yeah, why not? I'm gonna die anyway."
You mean test it? Okay,
You know?
gotcha. Test, yeah.
They probably do.
I think it's more for. I think he's trying to integrate to control. I think it's going to start by saying, "Oh, we'll help you control your mood swings, your dissociative identity disorder, anxiety, schizophrenia. We'll control those things."
And that's
for
how they're gonna do it. That's
Depression.
How
Then
they're
they're like,
gonna
"Oh,
take over the world.
We'll do it with depression now, and then we'll help with anxiety. Oh, how about we just help you sleep a little better? How about we just, how about you're not walking well enough? Let's straighten you out." And all of a sudden, you're a full robot cyborg.
We better send this thought to Joe Rogan.
Dude.
I'm just saying.
He's probably talking
He's
about
probably
it
talked
now,
about he's probably talked about this with Elon Musk.
No, he just came out last week with this concept of sticking a robot in your...
Who?
Elon Musk.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were just pulling my leg.
No, this was within this week, he said he's going to drill holes into people's brains and start putting artificial intelligence in there and then plugging a sensor over it to like plug the hole. Your head.
Like,
yeah.
Just.
Yep.
But he's going to have like people? He's just going to grab them? Or he's going to have volunteers?
Probably volunteers. Probably get paid a boatload. Someone's going to die. It's crazy.
Probably a lot of people are going to die.
But it's almost like as much as I want to have people more present and like humanity be saved, we're just being integrated into AI, it seems like, into technology. Look how crazy. People don't even have to drive. You don't even have to park your car anymore. So your car does it for you.
Yeah.
Your Tesla knows traffic. Joe Rogan talks about this.
Joe Rogan?
He talks about this. He drives his Tesla and he doesn't even touch the wheels.
Yeah. He said it's the fastest thing in the world, too.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I would definitely drive one, but
I probably wouldn't buy one. If you could afford a Tesla, would you buy a Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could probably afford a bunch of other shit, too. So
I would.
not?
Well,
why
I don't
not
know.
have a Tesla?
I guess it depends on my purpose.
If you could.
Yeah. But it
Why
only
not?
goes like, well, I guess the new ones are going to be going 500, 600, 7,000, or
Holy
700
shit.
to 1,000 miles, you know? Like,
On a charge?
yeah, the ones now I think only go like 350, right?
I don't know. I know nothing about them. I think the only thing I know is they go 0 to 60 in fucking like 1.6 seconds or something
That's
stupid
insane.
like
and
that.
they keep coming out with
It's probably an exaggeration.
There's like SUV, yeah, I think it's like 2.5 or something.
Yeah,
but
2.7, I think. It was a fine thing.
it's like they have SUV models, the sports models, the cheap model. It's like they're coming. But then I
and a
read
truck. They're building a truck for
Are they?
like under 50
See,
grand
I
or
read somewhere
something.
they're going out of business or
I
bankrupt
know,
or
dude,
something. I'm like,
fucking fake news.
well, he's spreading thin, dude. He's digging a hole under Los Angeles to try and build the Hyperloop. You know what that is, right?
Nah.
He's trying to build a vacuum container system underneath California that will send you from like I think he said Northern California to Southern California, normally like 12, I don't know, maybe 12, 16-hour drive, something like that, something crazy, in like an hour. It's like you're going so fast. It's a pressurized tube kind of thing concept. And it's like, I think also coupled with, I don't know. I should have done some research on this. I'm just kind of, I've heard the episode about it, but it's like, it's picture like a pill perfectly in a tube.
Yeah, I can picture
and
what
you
you're
just-
saying.
Wicked
picture
compressed
what you're
air behind
saying.
it.
How is that? That can't be safe for like the human organs and shit like that.
Well, it's like Earth is going 1,000 miles an hour right now.
Yeah, but we're not really.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are, but it's so
But you
big.
don't feel it.
I'm saying if we got put in a fucking tube,
It's pressurized.
and someone went and shot us from south fucking wherever the hell, California to North Carolina,
Well, no.
that fast.
It's
You're
just
telling
like
me that's good for all your
it's
shit?
no, yeah, because it's pressurized. It's just like going on the subway doing 90. You don't feel like you're doing 90. You can walk back and forth at 2 miles an hour throughout the subway.
The subway, you're not doing 90 miles a fucking hour. Dude.
Well, I mean, all right, not 90, but you get what I mean. You're going, all right, yeah, probably like 40, 50 miles an hour, something like that.
You could walk on a school bus too, but if that
Yeah,
shit hits the brakes, you're going for a ride.
It's moving while you're moving in it, so it's kind of the same concept. It's going to be like a pressurized
It's
tube.
like a walking.
I don't know the
floor
physics of it, but I'm imagining they're going to make you stop slowly. You know, obviously not going to fucking send you through the roof. Test number 1. No. Jesus. Well, we totally got off track, and it's an hour and a half in.
Whatever, man. We killed it.
I know. Let's wrap it up, dude.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Listen, this has been fun, and I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been watching, enjoying the content, reaching out, and showing nothing but love. To all my many guests that came on, thank you so much for coming on and spreading your story and sharing it with me and letting me be kind of a part of that journey too. I hope to bring in you guys more guests, more kind of interesting content. Just because this is the season hiatus doesn't mean we're going to be totally out and about or down and out. Going to be producing some more on-scene stuff and get involved, especially with like Broken Rule, the Disruption Network, and people like that. Guys, get out there, break through your boundaries. You know, go somewhere you've never been, meet someone you've never met, talk to somebody, and just if you're not happy with where your life is, do something about it, right?
Make a change, man.
Yeah.
Do something.
My man G, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. This has been a good chat. Kind of one of the funnier,
A little more laid back.
a little loosey-goosey
Yeah, it
episode.
could have been a lot more loosey-goosey, but I was told to
It
keep
could.
it kind of PG-13.
A little PG, baby. We like
right.
it. And thank you again to like Carly and Bowie and all these people who helped me get going in the podcast community. I hope to bring you guys some more awesome content in season 2, and stay tuned for more. Until then, try not to get lost out there. Enjoy your lives. Make something of it. Move on up, baby. Just keep living. You know how it goes. See you guys.
Later.